Hello, Talking Fight Nation. Welcome once again to the Friday night panel featuring me and Mike. Derek, unfortunately, has to go visit his ailing father, and Christian is apparently cooking a dinner, beef Wellington dinner this evening. Unbelievably.
I hope he's better at cooking than boxing.
Hopefully, we'll have some guests arriving because we are expecting some guests on the show anyway. We certainly have room in our screen.
I know they're tired of staring at my ugly mug every day.
Yes. So let's have a quick review of the week's been a good week actually. We had Scarlett this afternoon doing a great episode out of Kitchener, and Neil just did a great episode, by the way. You ever heard of Charles Ezard?
Yes, and I actually did watch that episode with Neil. Hey, Neil, great show. Again, keep it up, brother. I'm always watching, just like our fight fans out there should always be watching.
I liked, you never hear of the greats being beaten up. And although Rocky Marciano did not lose that fight, to hear how, did you hear how Neil described how Rocky's nose was split apart in two, and it was literally underneath his eyes, and continued the fight and won the fight. Like, wow,
that's gross.
It's gross. You hear about him going 49-0, being a great fighter, one of the greatest of all time, and Floyd Mayweather having to go 50-0 in order to beat Rocky Marciano and gain that title. But even guys like the champ, Bola Ray, have said he might have lost 3 of those fights, Floyd Mayweather, that is. But the reality of it is speaking of Floyd Mayweather, we are hoping to have a special guest on our show tonight.
Yes, who I believe beat him in that fight, man, until that low blow. Our guest, I believe, beat Mayweather in that fight until that low blow, which caused a whole bunch of controversy in the ring, and people getting disqualified, and fathers fighting fathers and uncles. And I can't wait to get him on so we can talk about it, because I want to pick his brain about it, because that's a crazy event that went down. It's something that's been talked about in boxing for a while. I want to hear from the champ's mouth. So we got to get him on. Hopefully he gets on here quick. Hopefully the green room's treating him nice.
He was no stranger to controversy. I gotta say, that fight aside, he was in and out of madness and mayhem throughout his career.
Definitely.
Even as much as being approached in those nightclubs in New York by, I don't know whether it's rival gang members or just guys who just didn't like him. I don't know, but trouble followed that fella, I gotta say.
Definitely. Let's also discuss the time where he was fined $75,000 for throwing the stool through to the middle of the ring and then punching Buddy in the back of the head or something like that, right? Talking about controversy. Our guest, Zab Judah. Yeah. Come on, where are you, brother? We got to get you on here soon.
I believe he's either in LA or in Las Vegas, or dollars to donuts. He's at the ranch, and that's probably why he's delayed right now. He's probably getting prepared, if you know what I mean.
Yes, prepared. Of course.
He's in a production meeting.
I didn't have one of those today. I had what you call a nap meeting.
Oh man. So out of curiosity, you had Female Friday today on your Knuckle Up show.
Yes, I did.
And featured a great Korean boxer, actually, one I'd not heard of, but did a bit of research on after you mentioned her name, and I gotta say, pretty impressive.
Yes, she was very, she's very impressive. I was going to say was, but is, because she's still competing. Yeah, she's great. She's accumulated a wonderful record. Just watching the way she fought, like I said, she can use her height to her advantage, but doesn't, because she loves to feel that punch, man. She loves to feel the other person hitting her, and she gets in there and stays on the inside and fights like a small fighter, and it's something awesome to watch, because she can take a punch and she can definitely throw them. Yeah, so fight fans, definitely check out that. Check out Knuckle Up. I profiled her today for Female Friday. You were definitely impressed, eh, Graham?
I've been impressed with all your shows. You've been bringing some great names to the table, stuff I've never heard of yet. Not that I should have, but I mean, a lot of us fight fans are sitting there going, who is this guy he's talking about? And you look him up, and it's undefeated, a knockout artist, and well worth the time and effort to research these guys.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes. That's definitely what I try to do. That's what I try to do every single time. I try to
Speaking,
bring the most exciting.
Speaking of knockouts, are you watching the fights this weekend?
I definitely am watching the fights this weekend. Like I said, there's 3 cards. There's 3 different cards. There's one that's put on. Both are being promoted by Zone. One of them is ESPN. So there's 3 different bouts going on. That's 3 different main cards. It's gearing up to be a really, really awesome weekend. I can't wait. I'm excited. Saturday, I'm not leaving my house. I've got a date. I've got a date with my couch and my TV, and a whole bunch of punching in the face. So I can't wait to see that. But definitely tune in, guys, because we're going to start a new show on Sunday. The recap. So
yeah. That's right. We should mention it to our viewership.
yes,
We are starting a new show on Sunday. Basically, in a nutshell, I think it's called Knuckle Up for the time
yes.
being. But
For the time being, we're going to call it Knuckle Up. It's going to be at 4, and yeah, we're gonna recap the week. Me and you, Graham. Definitely, we're gonna recap the week. We're gonna bring you the results of all the fights from the week.
I wonder after COVID is finished, once we get through all this crap, whether we'll have enough time in that segment to go through and recap what has happened that previous week. I really doubt it, but it's going to be fun to pick and choose.
Yeah, it will be. It will be fun to pick and choose. We'll definitely follow the, I guess, the most exciting battles that are coming up.
Maybe we can just focus on the knockouts. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, definitely we can do that.
If you don't knock them out, you're not on our show.
Oh man, that's awesome. So Graham,
we have rules. We have rules.
We definitely have rules. We definitely have rules.
Our broadcast pedigree is up here, and you got to meet our rules.
Definitely. Yes. I know. I think our guest is here, Graham. So I'm gonna introduce him.
Go ahead, Mike.
So today's guest has started boxing at the age of 6, compiled an amateur record of 110-5. He was a 2-time U.S. national champion, 3-time New York Golden Gloves champion. He also won the 1996 PAL National Championship. He made his professional debut at the age of 18 years old on September 20th, 1996 in Miami, Florida, defeating Michael Johnson by technical knockout in the second round. He competed between 1996 and 2019. He's held multiple world championships in 2 weight classes, including the IBF, the WBO junior welterweight titles, which include a reign as the lineal champion, and the IBF junior welterweight title again in 2011. Zab Judah is who we are bringing on. Zab.
Boink.
That's who we're bringing. He has an amazing pro record.
Me? I don't know.
Yeah, we can see you and hear you. We'll allow. We found out last week we have to allow the internet to catch up, and once it's caught up, it takes a couple of seconds, but we can see you, we can hear you. Zab Judah, how are you tonight? It's nighttime out in Toronto right now. Where are you dialing in from?
I'm in Las Vegas right now. Las Vegas, Nevada.
See, I told you.
City of Sin.
Yeah, I'm in Vegas.
How's the weather out there? Nice and hot?
Is he frozen?
I don't know.
This reminds me of my boxing match. This reminds me of my boxing match. When guys got to catch up to me. When I throw my punches, they got to catch up to me. So I'm just kind of used to
this. Definitely. So, Champ, I must say, I did follow your career, a long, brilliant career, actually. You accumulated what, 44 wins, 30 knockouts, 10 losses, and 2 no contests. Honestly, Champ, you started at the age of 6. Why don't you just run us through how you got into this and started your boxing career?
Probably beating up his brothers. Like, seriously, he came from what? Didn't you have 10 brothers? Something like that? Like, he had a massive household.
I don't know if Champ heard me. Are we having technical difficulties?
Nah, impossible. Not in this day and age.
I don't know. I hope not.
Very choppy. Very choppy.
It's very choppy. So it looks like we are having technical difficulties, apparently.
So maybe the champ can just tell us about how he got into amateur boxing, and we can rotate into the professional career after that.
Definitely. He says it's very choppy. Oh, that's unfortunate.
I can't hear nothing. Wait, I gotta type. Only thing I can do is see you guys.
Oh, boo. Unfortunate. Sorry, fans out there. We're having a little bit of a technical issue here with the sound. Bear with us.
Yes, we all know that. I wonder if he has to put it on default the way we do. But, we can hear him speak, so maybe we just type in our... Oh, I see. So we're asking the champ to disconnect his AirPods and maybe to listen through his phone's speaker.
And maybe that'll work. We'll see. We'll see. I'm excited. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. Still nothing. Oh, boo.
I can see you. I can't hear nothing.
You can't hear nothing? Oh, darn.
I disconnected AirPods. AirPods are off.
We can hear you perfectly. Yeah, we can hear you just great.
I don't understand what you mean. Tell you about my amateur career. I had a great amateur career. 115 wins and 5 losses.
Amazing amateur career. Amazing.
I guess you gotta type your comments. No.
So about the Olympics, you were going to ask him about the Olympics.
No, my dog is talking crazy. Why you want to talk crazy now?
Oh.
I thought he's telling me sometimes you set in a browser. Okay.
There we go. I don't know. Okay, let's talk about his amazing amateur career. Well, we'll wait for him to come back.
Well, it kind of ended at the Olympics, right? I mean, he got on.
It did. It did actually end at the Olympics by him not, I guess, making the team, right?
Well, now was that a controversial decision, or was that?
Yes, I believe it was a controversial decision.
All right, can you hear us now, champ?
Yeah, I can hear you guys now better. Here we go.
Woo! All right.
Oh, awesome. Okay, wicked.
All right, Mikey, go away. Take it away,
So,
Mikey.
Champ, tell us about that amazing 115 amateur fight career, and where it ended for you. It ended at the Olympics, did it not?
Yeah, for me, I was an alternate on the 1996 Olympic Games, and what an alternate is, I was basically like, I was the next guy in line. So I did everything with the team. I trained with them, all the way up into the games. God forbid one of the guys got hurt between 132, 147. I was there to fill in.
Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. And you had an amazing amateur career. I believe, what was it, 110 wins, 5 losses, or something like that?
115 wins.
Sorry. My mistake.
Yeah.
My mistake, champ. My mistake, champ. My mistake. We gotta get those numbers right. That's awesome. Honestly, champ, I've watched you for many years fight, and I just gotta ask you this one thing. What was your mindset like during the Mayweather fight when all that controversy started going on in the later rounds, and you know, both the corners kind of went at each other after that low blow that you gave Mayweather there?
Well, you know what? In my Zab Judah defense, the low blow that wasn't intentional. You gotta remember that was a very tough, fast-paced fight. The fight started off, you know, when the low blow happened, we was in the 10th round already.
Yeah.
It was in the 10th round, so there was a lot of fatigue there. You know, if you remember when I fought Mayweather, I went at him with a vengeance. You know what I'm saying? From round one.
Honestly, I had you pegged the first 3 rounds. I had you.
Yeah.
You won the first 3.
And you know, I went at him with a vengeance, and you know what I'm saying? After the 6th round, I was kind of fatigued, and fatigue started settling in. And Floyd started, you know, he kept working, and I kept working. So by the 10th, you know, it wasn't a punch where he threw a punch, I flipped it, and I just came back, boom. And it went there, and you know what I'm saying? Hit him in nuts. So when I hit him in nuts, he went down lower. So I didn't know what he was doing. I don't know what he's doing. So I just came back, like, what the fuck? I know referee grabbed me. And as you could tell, watch when the referee grabbed me, I showed like, you know what I mean? Like, we was tired. Like, he couldn't even walk. I was tired. I mean, but it wasn't intentionally. Then I turn around and I see Roger coming at me, and I'm like, wow, this is a fight. I've never in my life seen a fight happen with 2 fighters and another man is allowed to get in the ring without disqualification. That's off rip, guys. You should have seen that. You can watch the fight, count the seconds. Him and Leonard Ellaby was in the ring. It was coming at me before my dad got in the ring.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I'm saying? Anybody know my dad? My dad is a 9th degree black belt in Shotokan Jiu-Jitsu. My dad's the 3-time kickboxing world champion. And he's watching 2 grown men come at his son, you know what I mean, in the ring when they ain't supposed to be. The referee's not helping. So he got in the ring and he did what he did. And when I see my dad throw the punch, that was it. And I was raised in a house with all boys. And that's all we know. Is like, you know, one thing my dad would tell us, he said, you know, I don't mind y'all getting in trouble and you know, you're gonna get in fights, you boys. He said, but if your brother get beat up, you better not come home with a pretty face. You better have a pretty face because you beat him up. Don't come home with your face all pretty about telling me the story. You know what I'm saying? So my father never believed in that. You know what I mean? He said, listen, we go. We all for one for all. You know what I mean? So that was how it was. You know, I seen Pops get in the ring and get busy. I was like, oh, game time.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, no, I remember watching that fight. I even rewatched it today. Yeah, man. Honestly, I thought you had Mayweather, man. I thought you were delivering him a loss until all that kind of crap happened. Even if the fatigue was setting in, you know, he might have been up around on you at that point. But honestly, I've never seen Mayweather get it brought to him that way, man. And I believe that I believe that you could have won that match if all that crap didn't go on afterwards, you know.
Yeah. I wasn't. I mean, so for all honesty, I wasn't even given a fair shake. I should have been given a rematch, like the rest of these guys. But hey, that's here nor there. That's umpteen years ago. Right now, we, you know, we doing good right now.
You guys were friends before that match, right?
Yeah, I mean, we still friends now.
That's good. That's good. You guys ever throw the gloves on now? Little bit of sparring back and forth.
We're businessmen now. Businessmen. That's it.
That's good. Do you train any up and coming fighters that I should be on the lookout for?
No. I work with Justin Biggs. I'm Justin Biggs. 100. No. It's okay. It's just somebody walking by. It's okay.
He has enough trouble training his dog, obviously.
Yeah. No. Somebody's going by outside. But yeah. So no. Go boy. Let him. Go boy. Yeah. So sorry about that, guys.
No problem.
He'll be loud as he'll be loud. Yeah.
So, out of all these fights, like honestly, if you go through your list of the people that you fought in the 2 weight classes and everything, who would you say was your toughest fight, and who was your most favorite fight? out of all the people that you fought in your career?
Toughest fight, I give the fight to the toughest guy I've ever faced was Mickey Ward. Mickey Ward. Why? You want to talk? I don't get it. I don't know. Mickey Ward. No. Sick. Mickey Ward was the toughest guy. What? He don't want me to talk to nobody.
I don't think your dog doesn't like Mickey Ward's name, I think.
Yeah. Probably see me talking to the phone. He's probably like, what the hell is he doing? Is he going crazy? He probably think I'm going crazy. He probably, what is he doing? He's talking into the phone.
And the phone's talking back to him.
Hold on, let me step outside the house. Oh man. It's funny.
Yeah, so Mickey Ward. I would say what was my the toughest reason why I say that was challenging time in my life. I was 15-0 as a professional, and Mickey Ward at this time, he was known as like he was King Kong. He was knocking everything out, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I just went in there and did what I do. I just did what I did, and I pulled off the fight. I was the fight with Lucas Matisse, right? The hardest puncher I've ever felt in my life. As a person landing a punch, he had a lot of different kind of power. So that was different.
That's it. Oh, yeah. That was back in 2011, I believe that fight was. Oh, I think we lost him. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Damn,
Oh,
blame it on the dogs, man.
blaming it on everything. Blaming it on the dogs.
That was funny though. So he goes outside. It's like blue sky, nice warm.
Yeah.
If I was to go outside, I'd be putting on my coat, my scarf. Just like guys, just like I gotta go outside. It's freezing cold. It's snowing actually.
Yeah, I'm not going outside. Forget that crap, man. It's too cold.
He strolls outside, blue sky. Looks
I know.
pretty warm.
The only blue sky I got is the wall behind me. which definitely we're gonna have to change that soon because it's starting to look stupid.
Well, you're making so much money as this podcasting business takes off. You'll be able to, actually, we should ask that for like a lifestyles of the rich and famous kind of tour of his house. Compared to our collective wonderful digs, I mean, there's my office right behind me.
That's it. That's it.
Man.
Oh, that's
did I ever show my Don Cherry? That's a Don Cherry bobblehead.
Oh, is that up for grabs?
No.
Oh.
That's a collectible. I was actually not kidding. That was actually given to me by a business partner. We launched a business back during the .com days, and he knew I was like just a monster hockey fan, and he liked the fights in hockey as well as I did. But Don Cherry's famous for promoting the Rock'em Sock'em video series, right? Best fights in hockey. Yeah. So he bought me a bobblehead. That now is a collector's item. That thing.
I couldn't imagine it sitting on your desk doing this all day though.
I've never taken it out of the box. It's actually still in the box. It's like this little what do they call it? When you got a temple and you got a little deity in the corner there. That's my supreme being. Oh, man. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Where the heck's Zab? Is he still with us or what?
I don't know. Something happened.
What's our producer saying? He's not with us.
He's not with us. I think we lost him.
Taking the dog for a walk. Hey, what time is it? 7:27.
I don't know. What do you want to do, Graham?
Whatever happened to our other boy? Is Roger Golden coming back?
I don't know Roger either. Nope.
He's not coming back.
No, I don't know what happened.
All right. Well, what happened last time was we kind of closed down our show, and then we had our guest come back. So
Well, we'll keep it going for a few minutes.
All right. What do you want to talk about?
We can always let's talk about Tyson Fury looking flabby.
It's been a long time since I've heard such a war of words, and not even between, say, the two combatants, but the other wannabe combatants in the combatant circle. So
Right.
it's been a long time. Oh, there he is.
Nice.
See, I told you. If we talk long enough, we knew he'd come back.
Yeah, I was like, man, you know what? I went too far, then the Wi-Fi started tripping.
Yeah.
If it ain't one thing, it's another. What can I do?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh
Well,
yeah, buddy.
we figured it wasn't because you hadn't paid your bill. That's I thought you were
know.
out taking the dog for a walk.
No. He's
All right. Where were we in our conversation? Oh yeah, toughest fighters you'd fought. Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
So I think I was telling you about Lucas Matisse. Yeah, he was one of the hardest punchers I ever fought. Yeah. So that guy was a extremely hard fighter, but the most talented fighter I ever fought was of course by far Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather. You know what? And surprisingly, like I think you were like when you watch that fight, when you go back, honestly, like for the first 3 rounds, he didn't even know how to handle you. You just the way you brought it, man. And I think at that point it really showed that your talent was far beyond where his was at that point in time. I believe you should have won that fight. I'm a big fan of yours. You know, that's just how it is, man. And I stick by my my people. What was it like the first time you put that gold around your waist? Who did you fight? Who did you fight for the first time?
It was in 1998 when I beat Mickey Ward. No, 97 when I beat Mickey Ward for the USBA championship. That was my first time putting a strap around my waist, man. That was like, oh man, that was like the greatest feeling in the world. And after that was a United States title. So once I accomplished that, then I was more intrigued to go steal the world title. I was like, oh, whoever got it, I don't care. I'm coming to take it. I gotta have it. And yeah, so that was pretty cool.
That's amazing.
Is that a question of who's managing you or who's behind you? Like your promoter's been Don King for a while. I don't know if he's still involved in your career, but is that just what it is about? Like, you as a boxer don't get to pick who you're going to go up the ladder and face, but do your promoters and your management team have more to say about who you're going to fight?
For the record book, Don King has been way long, many moons ago with Zab Judah. I haven't been with Don King in years, so that's not for us. I haven't been with. We've in the last maybe 12, 15 years it was Super Judah Promotions. So yeah. So Don King has not been involved with our career. That was a way earlier event.
But that was what I was saying. So way back then, though, that's what I'm saying. So when you gotten yourself to become a U.S. champion and you want to become a world champion at that point, all I was saying is, was it a question of your management team?
Well, it was a combination of everybody. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the team had to go out there and put the fight together, but the number one thing was the fighter had to be ready. Because if you know what I mean, no matter how much the team want to do it, if the fighter ain't ready or not capable of going into the ring, it's not gonna happen. So yeah, at the end of the day, it was always still my last decision.
Cool. Right, Mikey?
Yeah. Your first loss. How did how did you take that first loss? Was it hard for you to come back from the first loss? Because I know you went undefeated for a while and you were holding that belt. The first time that you lost that match, was it because a lot of fighters that I've talked to say it was hard for them to come back from those kind of losses? Was it hard for you to do that?
First of all, my first loss, how did I take it? I took it immaturely. I was very hurt. I never experienced never experienced losses like that. So I never, I was champion of the world for a while, and now I lost my world title. I went after the referee, so you can tell I don't accept losses, defeat very well. Yeah, what was the second question you said? The second part?
Oh, just how fast did you bounce back from that? Because a lot of guys don't bounce
Oh,
back.
I
You
bounced
bounced
back.
back
I
quick.
bounced back extremely well. I mean, after that, see, this is the thing what I tell people about boxing. You got fighters out here, and you got champions out here. Me, I was a champion, meaning that when I lost my title, I came back and got it again. I didn't become 6-time champion of the world from just having a perfect, good, clean record and doing this in one shot. I became 6-time. I won the championship of the world 6 different times. I came back with six different opponents, and that's to say, you can't keep Zab Judah down. That's not gonna happen.
No, definitely. Champ, I want to ask you. I don't know how you feel about it, but your last fight that you fought in your career. I was just wondering if you could run us through that. I know you suffered some trauma to the head, and I guess it's what stopped your career eventually, right?
No, it wasn't just that stopped my career. I mean, it had a lot to do with it, of course. I mean, you know what I'm saying. My last fight was with Cletus Selden.
Right.
Yeah, he was you know on PEDs, and yeah, he tried to hurt me, man. He tried to hurt me, and I received I was in a coma. Came out of it. I received brain surgery, and day to day, I tried daily and do diligently to try to put it back together. That's it. Still a work in progress.
Definitely. It's a long road, really, right?
100%.
That's good. It's good to see you in great health, though. You still training today, as much as you can?
No. I don't. If I start working out, sometimes I get like a headache or something. So I don't. I just
Good.
chill.
It's all about rest and relaxation.
Yeah,
Right.
man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Enjoy those world titles.
Oh yeah. 100%. I still get to go back in a trophy case and look at them. Yeah. Good
Oh
thing.
man, that trophy case must be nice and blinging. That's for damn sure.
Oh, 100%. I got 14 championship belts.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, you had a highly decorated amateur career as well, too, right? Like
Yep.
ton of national championships, and then 6-time world champ. That's a big accomplishment, man. And you honestly, I'm happy that I even get the chance to interview you today, man, because I grew up watching you. I grew up watching your fighting style. I grew up watching all your matches, and yeah, man, it's an honor just to talk to you, man. Definitely.
Thank you.
Graham, you have any questions for our man here?
I'm just curious what you think of Mike's league and having these old veterans come into the ring nowadays. He's down near you in the Las Vegas area, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just curious. You must be close to that scene. I'm just curious what you have to think about what he's doing and if it's going to succeed and continue to grow.
I think it's phenomenal. I think what he's doing for the legends and bringing back the guys and having them get in some great shape and go out there for the last run and participate and be the best you can be in anything. I think is great. I think anytime you get guys and put them together like a Dennis Rodman, a Ron Artest, a Mike Tyson, a Roy Jones, and you put these guys together and get them in some great shape at 50. These guys are 50 years over. Everybody knows. You get 50, you sit back on the couch and grab remote control and call shots. There's nothing about no working out, no running, no jumping, none of that. You sit back with the remote control and you the boss. That's it. You call the shots from the couch. You know what I mean? So, it's great that you got legends like this guy Self to get up off the couch and just want to just you know what I'm saying, just have a interest to go out there, at a late age and make this happen. I think it's great.
I believe Mike signed up for another one, isn't he? Mike Tyson. He signed up to fight again against Holyfield.
Yeah. Who
I
you
don't
got?
know, man. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying.
What
And,
do you think about that outcome? What do you think the outcome of that fight would be?
huh?
What do you think the outcome of that fight would be? Holyfield Tyson 3.
Holyfield Tyson 3, man. Interesting. You know what I mean? To see two guys at their age to go in there to see who has more the hunger to go in there to pull it out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what Evander's doing. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been around him, but I watch him. He's always in great shape. Always a great guy. Always come with you know what I'm saying, with a bulldozing performance. And Mike, I've been around Mike, and Mike's been training. We see what he did with the Roy Jones camp, and he's back in training again. We don't know who the opponent gonna be right now, but he's back in there working hard again. And if the Holyfield fight is the fight and it should come off, no question, Mike gonna be Iron Mike Tyson.
Iron Mike, baby, Iron Mike. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I like to see it. Mike's another one of my favorite fighters, man. I remember watching his super fights back in the day. Yeah, and I would love to see this. I'd love to see the trilogy. That's a definite. So I hope he ends up fighting Evander, man. To be honest, I hope that's it. But no, Mike Tyson does look good though. He does. He definitely does look good.
He looks great. Yep.
Hey, he looks better than I do, man.
Don't worry about it. You can get in shape too, brother. It's the right motivation. I got you.
Definitely. I'm down. I'm down. No problem.
I got you. We'll put together a regiment. I got you. Yeah.
That's it, champ. That's it.
That's exactly what you need.
We'll get a belt around my waist one day.
That's right.
And one that's not a 50-inch.
No, we're gonna slim you down. You're gonna fit into it. Don't worry, champ. Don't worry. We got you.
He's gonna need to borrow all your 14 belts.
No, we can get him down.
No, that's great. That's amazing. I've never laughed so hard.
So, Chad, you were saying when you first got on and the call was a bit choppy. What are you actually working on these days? Are you enjoying retirement? I doubt it. But what are you working on?
No, so I have a cannabis brand, Super Punch, and also I'm working on my boxing league, my own boxing league called the CCB, Celebrity Championship Boxing. It's a platform where a lot of these young celebrities, they have they have a lot of beefs and stuff like that, and it's a lot of gun violence over here, and I'm trying to put a halt to gun violence and put down the guns and lace up some gloves. You know what I mean? Let's try that part. So now I'm giving celebrities and social media influencers a platform that they can go and display their talent if they feel like they're the ones and twos.
That's a great idea. You know what comes to mind? You should put Sean Penn in the ring with any photographer.
Wow.
Sean Penn. Was he Madonna's husband? Anyway, he was a famous actor back in the day, and he was constantly beating up photographers left, right, and center.
Yeah. Oh, I get you now. Yeah. Give him a taste of his own medicine, huh?
So do you have any celebrities lined up? Because I know Justin Bieber, he's from just around the corner from us. He's training for boxing.
Yeah,
as a matter of fact, one of our guys wants to fight him. He's called out. Neil the Deal has called out Justin Bieber on his show.
Neil the Deal wants to fight Justin, and Justin got some hands, man. So
listen, I like Justin too. Straight up.
I will hope Neil the Deal. He better come in there and be the real deal because Justin got some hands. So you better watch it. Yeah, Justin is sharp, man. Yeah, Justin hang around a lot of athletes, a lot of boxers. Him and Floyd are good friends. And he has been in the gym. I seen him do pads and stuff, and he even has some training with the late great Roger Mayweather. So
wow.
Tell Neil if he ain't the real deal.
Neil, the champ just told you right now. Hey, better get ready.
That's right.
Ready. Just don't bump your gums. You better have it solidified and ready to go too.
That's it. Neil, you heard that here, bud. You heard that here, Neil. I know you're watching. You heard that right now. Yo, better get your game together. Get it right.
But Neil, good luck to you too, Neil. You can get it done too. You can get it done.
So champ, on Fridays, on Mike's show at 4:00 in the afternoon, he has what's called Female Fridays. So do you have any female celebrities willing to go head to head? I mean,
yes. So
who do you got?
From loving hip hop. The star Bianca.
Oh.
Bianca, she's a rapper. you know what I'm saying, she's going up against another Latin singer by the name of Blanca La Fina. So that's gonna be she's out of and so what the whole beef is here is Blanca La Fina is, you know, I guess she's born and raised in Miami, and Bianca just moved to Miami from Harlem, so she was known as the Queen of Harlem. So now she's going into Miami and she's taking the Miami title, and Blanca La Fina said it's not gonna happen. So these ladies are willing to get in the ring and squash their situation and find out who is the queen of Miami. There will be championship belts given out. There will be, you know, these people will, but it's gonna go crazy. April the 3rd, you can catch it live on Fight TV. It's gonna be crazy. Amazing.
Yeah, I'm putting it in my calendar right now.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
I can't wait to see that.
Yes, it's gonna be amazing.
What do you think? What do you think about these? You know, Logan Paul and Jake Paul. What do you think of them as actual professional fighters?
Like, I don't know about professional fighters, but as people, you know, I got a chance to go up there and kick it with them, and you know what I'm saying, one thing I can say to people, these guys are the real deal. These guys are really working hard. These guys are really doing the real boxing training techniques, learning the proper ways, the running, the conditioning, this is just not like just let's go in the ring. I got a lucky punch. I'm a champ. Let's go party, drinks. No. These guys get up every day, have real training and training regiments, and they go through it. And I've been there and watched them. I watched them in the ring just on a regular day and watch Jake Paul spar 2-3 guys. You know what I mean? I watched Logan Paul spar umpteen times. You know what I mean? So I can't say these guys are. If they want to be professional boxers, they can. They can do it. And probably compete with a lot of good guys. Yeah.
I believe they're doing a good thing for the sport of boxing, though, by bringing a whole new fan base, like a younger fan base, and
100%.
Definitely.
And like I say, you know, a lot of fighters, a lot of professional fighters, I've been hearing their opinion. Oh, these YouTubers coming into our world and making the big monies and doing this. Here's what I say. Okay, guys, you're right. They come into our world. Well, whenever one of us is given opportunities, beat they ass and then show them you're not a boxer, okay? Hello. You know what I mean? And then that's how you solve all that shit. You know what I mean? You know, 1, 2, 3, you handle it and get it done, and it's all over with. 1, 2, 3.
And never leave it in the judge's hand, man. Make sure you come with that knockout.
That's Zab Judah rule. You know that.
Yeah.
That is finest.
That begs the question, Mike. And it's got something to do with weight.
4-ounce gloves. What do you think, champ?
What?
What do you think about 4-ounce gloves for pro fighting?
Not good.
Not good?
The 8-ounce glove that we use is tough. It's tough, and I would say not good for the fighter, because the 8-ounce gloves are very tough on our hands, period. So when you wear 8-ounce gloves, there's no fighter that could train, no lightweight guy that train with 8-ounce gloves. You know, you probably do your last couple of days, hit pads and stuff like that, but nobody trains every day in 8-ounce gloves because you'll tear your hands up. It's no cushion. So now when you get smaller, good luck. You won't have a long career.
But you definitely have short fights and a lot of knockouts, right?
yeah. But you know, it's now it becomes brutal. Now it becomes brutal now. You know what I'm saying? It becomes brutal now. Yeah. Barbaric, I should say.
Barbaric. It's just one step up from bare knuckle at that point, really, right?
Yeah. It's barbaric at that point. I mean, like it's like survival of the fittest. I don't want no part. I go back and watch my old tapes.
I still watch them.
Thank you.
I still watch them. Yeah, man. I must say it's excellent. Oh man, some great fights you've had. Definitely. What was your funnest fight? The funnest fight that you had in your whole career? Who was your most? Who did you have the best time fighting?
The best time. I don't know. I mean, I had a great time with all of them. I mean, I put my hard work and dedication in like every fight. So, you know, when you do the best, when you train hard, you have a great time. I mean, going to St. Louis was phenomenal. I mean, that was, you know, I wouldn't say it was fun because it wasn't fun. It was dangerous. It was, you know what I'm saying, at times scary. But, you know, we pulled through and got the job done. You know what I mean? I mean, not even a fight part, just the atmosphere and everything that we went through. You know what I mean? That was the scary part. So
Right. What was a day like as a champ? What would a day of training consist? Like how early would your day start? How late would your day end? You know, how many different times did you go to the gym? Like run us through a daily training of what the champ would go through.
my daily routine was I probably get up 6 o'clock, do my road work. I would run 3 to 4 miles a day. Maybe 3.5, 3, maybe 3. Some days you get up and it's cold, so you just 3 miles. You know what I mean? So 3 miles a day. I would do that Monday to Friday. The weekend I would rest. I would do that. Come back home, rest, get up, eat breakfast about 9 o'clock. Bug out for a little while. Go to the gym at 1 o'clock. Do my sparring and everything. Finish up maybe 3:30. Get back home, rest up a little more. By 8 o'clock that night, we're going into the conditioning gym, doing our treadmills, conditioning, weights, all that kind of stuff like that. And by 9:30, 10 o'clock, we shutting it down, getting ready for the next day, doing it all again. And
Wow.
we would do that in training camp for like a 10-week period. You know what I mean? So you got 10 weeks of eating right, sleeping right, everything. You know what I'm saying? Being around the team, boxing consistently. Hand and eye coordination stuff. So you know what I mean. With that being done, you just going through the motions and making things happen.
Awesome. Graham, you have any questions for him?
Was it you, Zab, who was fighting down Turks and Caicos in an open arena and it started raining?
Yeah,
That was
that
you?
was one of the fights. So that's when I went up to 154 pounds. If you look at it, I went out there and I won the title. I fought at 154 pounds. That was the only time you ever heard any static or smoke with Zab Judah's name at 154 pounds. I did it as I don't know, as just trying to do the thing when you're going up in numbers and rankings and stuff. And I figured out it wasn't for me because I figured out, I could go to 154, but the guys I was fighting was coming down from like 180, 170. They was big as hell.
Wow.
So after the weigh-in, the power punching that Ryan Garcia had that night was tough. You know what I'm saying? After I finished the 12 rounds and I won the title, I relinquished the belt that night. When they gave it to me, I gave it right back. Like, hey, thank you, but no thank you. Thank you, but no thank you. This is not for me. Yeah, I'm going back down.
That definitely had to take a time to recoup after that fight, eh?
Oh,
all the punishment on the body.
100%. A lot of punishment, yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
So you know what we how do we get introduced to some of these fighters in your celebrity clobbering league? Is that what it was called?
No, Celebrity Championship Boxing, CCB.
Oh, CCB.
Right.
Celebrity clobbering boxing. Got it.
Celebrity Championship Boxing.
Celebrity Championship. So we'd like to help you promote that league. So if you can introduce us to some of those, but we'll gladly interview them just like we're interviewing you tonight, and have some fun with.
I'll send over a list. Yep.
Yeah. Patch it into Golden Rogers Network, and he can introduce them, and we can get it going. Because we'd certainly like to find out, what's motivating these men and women to get in the ring and strap on the gloves.
Yes, very interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. Yep.
It's a great idea. I love it. That's a great idea.
Everybody has their own motivations, man, and it's great to hear them all. When people get in the ring to do it, it's awesome. It's awesome. Yeah. Honestly, good luck with that league, and definitely we'll help you promote that like nobody's business.
That sounds like fun.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Thank you for joining us tonight, and we really, really appreciate your time. Thanks very much. Hey, let's get one for the cameras, though. Knuckle up.
Yeah, there you go. Knuckle up, baby. Knuckle up.
Right on. You're the best.
All right.
Yes. Fight fans. Again, Zab Judah, thank you for coming on, champ. It was a blast. You made my night. You made my night. You answered the questions that I had. Fight fans, I know you loved it. View it, like it, share it, jab that like, hook, subscribe, and knock out some comments. Where we're at every Friday night. The